are a podcast that is by teachers for teachers, and we want to promote education, accessibility among all learners around the world. I am Air Diaz. Students know me as Mr. Rivera, River with an A, Mr. Rivera Diaz. If you think of something, let me know. My sign name is Mr. Air. So I would like to welcome you to today's episode. Now, what we are focusing on today is something that I actually read in a book. Now, for Teacher Talk, I am going to invite many people on here. I'm going to share different perspectives. I also take questions, and I am presenting to you a book that I came across today, Teach Like a Pirate. Now, I'm not going to read this to you. If you want to go read it, you go check it out. I am an educator in the year 2023 with over 13 years of teaching experience. First began my teaching journey back in the streets of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I'm a lifelong learner, a lifelong educator, and for me, you don't need a degree to teach. Jesus was one of the first teachers and didn't have a degree. I do believe in education and merit. I do believe in professional development, and a lot of the times we attain those certifications and degrees by just putting in the work, being present, putting our name on a sheet, tallying that up with good attendance, and building success along the way. Now, I came across a quote in this book here, and I've just perused it recently, and it's along the lines of we get more results completed, we achieve more success when we use positive communication and language than critiques. Now, micromanaging does not work. Freedom is invaluable. And I'm going to be sharing different books, different podcasts, different multimedias, projects and collaborations, resources and supports. I want to provide you with as much free content as possible. If you can get your hands on things that I am referencing, references that are invaluable, then I would like you to succeed. Now, myself, I have dabbled in many various projects, from multimedia to having documentaries filmed all around the world, collaborating with various people, agencies. I have a background in real estate. I'm a black belt martial artist, so I believe that mixed martial arts is one of the best sports in existence because the ability to learn how to defend yourself. And, something that we say in jiu-jitsu is you don't lose, you learn. I'm also a two-time North American Grappling Association champion, and these are just some things that I've accomplished. What things have you accomplished? You can be a teacher, you can be an educator, you can be a student. I often share with people that I work with that parents, students are educators as well, because I'm used to working in what we call an IEP team. Um, that's the individualized education plan that some students may have. Many other students have progress monitoring data, 504s, just different plans based on what you need and what you most benefit from. Now, as someone who is a lifelong learner, I do believe that advocacy and efficacy are part and parcel. They work together in order to achieve success. Now, I can give you this message in many different languages. You want it in English? Here it goes. You want it in Spanish? Aquí está. You want it in American Sign Language? Let's go. Yes, let's learn. So, I believe that language is a vehicle. It's a vehicle for communication, and it helps us. It helps many different people. Now, as someone who I'm gonna be in education for my entire existence. Now, schooling and education are two very different um, organizations, two very different ventures, but they can work together and ideally succeed. Now, we're not going to transition into topics today. We're not going to transition into topics. That's just not what we do. What we do is we're going to just have a conversation. And right now I'm conversing with you. Yes, you. You'll pick up a lot of things along the way. Hopefully I learn from you. You leave comments. You share these videos with peers. You send me emails. And then maybe one day we'll write each other handwritten letters. Maybe a phone call. Maybe we'll meet on this one-on-one. Maybe one day I'll invite you to my office, my classroom. Maybe I'll go to yours. I love to travel. So, the world is our home. This planet as well. If you're someone from a different galaxy, a different planet, contact me some way or another. Now, I say that because I was a young kid at the public library, right? I grew up in the inner city, and I went to the library to learn. It was my castle, and my castle just happened to have many, many, many different books, like I have here. I'll show you all these books that I have here, and outside we have even more books. Now, we had computers and various different multimedia devices, so I got to learn a lot, and I utilized my education. So I do believe that positivity does breed more positivity and success. I don't believe in micromanaging. I don't do that with my students. I am a student that I don't appreciate when that's done to me. And I believe that we are all transforming. We're all undergoing the process of transformation. So do you want to, you know, transform in the most blessed and positive environment possible? I created a blog years ago as I'm writing my books. Um, B, where I first began is go where you're celebrated. And then I thought about that concept of go, 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 rush culture. And I modified it to be where you are celebrated so that you could emanate and create the existence that you would like to achieve. So you might still be able to find those on somewhere on the internet. Um, you know, I can dig through my files and see if I can access those. And if you reach out to me with interest, I'll share those with you gladly. I don't know how many books I've written. I just keep going. Someone who I admire is that author Deepak Chopra, and something that I know that Deepak has done is write books over hundreds of books. So I'm not to hundreds of books, but I'm definitely to hundreds of stories and anthologies and books. We consolidate all these stories and chapters and experiences. I don't know. Go on the website and check how many books are on there. I'll try to do that sometime, but it's not part of my priority because I just write. I just enjoy writing. I always have a notebook with me. I might not always have a book with me, but I always have a notebook with me. And when I do have a book with me, books that I suggest and recommend and love are the Bhagavad Gita, Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, the Torah. These are books that I really, really value. The Buddha in Your Mirror. I haven't mentioned any of the authors, but if you reach out to me, I'll let you know. Um, the Bible. I just read Bibles, because every Bible is different. Bhagavad Gita, same thing. Every Bhagavad Gita is different. Um, and you can sometimes see it on the cover, how the cover is designed, maybe pictures inside. But there's always tweaks and different interpretations. Um, the Buddha in Your Mirror, I can find that for you on who wrote that book, because that is a specific book written by specific people, and that book was actually gifted to me by a teacher when I was in uh, the university for my first, degrees. So, Buddha in Your Mirror. Who was that written by? There we go. I found it right away. Maybe you'll find it soon. I brought this book to the Dominican Republic with me, and I read it on my grandparents' farm. Woody Hochwender, Greg Martin, and Ted Marino. Forward by Herbie Hancock. Practical Buddhism and Search for Self. And I apply that to all of the knowledge that I've acquired over the years. So to compartmentalize what kind of book that is, maybe theosophy, maybe theology, maybe self-help, maybe psychology, sociology, anthropology. Um, I'm not sure what the author specified, but all those terms apply to it. And I'm looking through this book because that was one of the first passages that I found is that positivity is rare. And it's something that, would you rather have a positive supervisor or someone who's critical of you? And something I just read right now in Transformation is provide an uncommon experience for your students, and they will reward you with an uncommon effort and attitude by Dave Burgess. Who wrote this book? Yep, name stands out to me. And, there's so many books here. Michelangelo, E. Cummings, Albert Einstein, Anthony Robbins. But that really stood out to me because I am a lifelong learner, and as a lifelong learner, sometimes I find myself as a student, students at universities and districts and professors. And I have noticed that the professors that here, professors that kind ones who I build rapport with, they just get it. I'm able to describe those professors as really good professors. Some of them even friends. I've made lifelong friends with professors. I have yet to find a man, however, exalted his station, who did not do better work and put forth greater effort under a spirit of approval than under a spirit of criticism. Charles Schwab. It's the spirit of positivity. It's having grace, growth mindset. And I read this and it's incredibly important. I searched this entire book just looking for it because when I go to when I'm when I have a connection, books are magnets. And when we have a connection with a text, a book, a story, a chapter, I really want to delve into it. I really want to know what I feel. I want to explore these emotions. How do you feel about this one? I have yet to find a man, however, exalted his station, who did not do better work and put forth greater effort under a spirit of approval than under a spirit of criticism. Share your perspective. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this with the book. I tend to do that and end up with books that are, it's like eating a pizza, right? Some of us eat pizza, you grab a slice of pizza and you bend it and you eat it like a taco. Some of us just eat it. I've seen people eat it with forks. I'm a pizza like this, making my pizza into a taco, puts doctor it up. So we do books. This is what we do books. This is a habit because I'm absorbing it. Now, what do you think? Share your perspective. I'm gonna bless this podcast and documentary with something that resonates with me is always remember where you are going and never forget where you